Hello and welcome to the World Reflexology Foundation. We are a group of reflexologists who have a passion for helping people have better health. And in fact, we have a belief that if people around the world had reflexology to use on themselves, that the world could be a healthier place. Our mission is to improve health worldwide through self-help reflexology. What's reflexology? Reflexology is a way of helping ourselves to stay in good health. It's called prevention. And if we do have aches and pains and different discomforts, then it's a way of sometimes helping us feel better. How is it done? Well, reflexology is done by using our touch in nurturing ways on maps of the body that are believed to exist on the feet, on the hands, and on the outer ears. And let's take a look at some charts that'll show you what reflexology is visually. So now let's take a look at the World Reflexology Foundation color coordinated chart. If you notice on the left, there's the human body, the lady, but it would be the same for the man, and the colors from the top to the bottom, from the top of her head to her feet. Well, we're going to take a look at those in a minute, but notice on the feet and hands, that they're also the same colors, going from the top down to the heel of the feet and the wrist of the hands. So let's take a look. Notice the purple color of her head and neck. But that color is color coded. If you go to the toes, you notice it's the same purple color as it is in the fingers. That's indicating if you have problems, stress in your head and neck, that you would go to the fingers and toes to help get relief. If you come to the body again and notice the blue, that's for the chest area. And that means chest in front, heart and lungs inside, everything inside the chest, and then the shoulders and back, because when the shoulders are actually the top and back of the chest. And we go to the same color, the blue, on the feet and on the hands. And now if we go back to the human body, we look at the yellow and the orange. The yellow is upper abdomen, the orange is lower abdomen. And that's where you'd work on the feet, the yellow for upper abdomen, and the heels for lower abdominal pelvic area. And on the hands, similarly, the yellow for upper abdomen, the heel of the hands, the orange for lower abdominal pelvic area issues. So that's for the feet, hands, and ears as far as from the top down. Now let's take a look at the legs. Notice they're red, and you go to the small red spots on the feet and on the hands. Notice the cursor that's showing you. And then go to the arms. Notice the green representing the arms. And notice the cursor is going to show us on the outer edge of the feet, below the small toe to the heel, and also the outer edge of the hands from the small finger down to the wrist. And then down the middle of the human body, notice that there's something that looks like a ladder. And that's representing the spinal reflex area from the neck all the way down to the lower pelvis area. And if we go to the feet, notice where the feet come together below the big toe down to the heel. That's for the spinal reflexes on the feet. And then the hands, similarly, where below the thumb down towards the wrist for spinal issues. Then let's go to the ears and think when we were children, we used to try to do headstands on the ears, headstands. And notice the purple is on the bottom instead of the top. That's because the image of the human body and the outer ear is upside down. So for head and neck issues, the purple, we'd work with the earlobe area. The blue is for the chest reflex area. The yellow and orange are for the upper and lower abdominal areas. The red is for the legs, leg reflexes. The green for arm reflexes. Shoulder all the way up to the finger top where the cursor is now. That would be for the fingertips. And then notice the spinal reflexes, that curved area. So these are some of the maps that we use for the feet, hands, and outer ears, showing you what the concept of reflexology and the reflexology pressure maps.
Yes, and if everyone takes a quick look, because we'll take this screen down so that you can see me demonstrating here. Okay, now you can take it down. Thanks, Stephanie. Great. So hi, everybody. I have well, it's a plastic, it's made out of something, I'm not sure, a foot to demonstrate to you on. And I just wanted to let you know that I'll be working on the uterine reflexes, which just like the diagram are in this whole area right here. Now, you don't have to worry about, am I going to find the exact spot? Because in reflexology, we also talk about reflexing the wider area, because it does help. All those supporting tissues and nerves and everything will help the area as well. So if you can see me okay, now I can do a thumb roll like this in this area. Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated in which way I'm going. So you can go upwards like this. It's like a little caterpillar going across. That's the thumb roll. Or I can come from this way, and I'm supporting this foot here. Now, this is not my own foot, of course. You can put your own foot up on your knee. Don't worry, those people who cannot do that, we have options. We have the hands and the ears coming up. But you can also, if you have a lovely partner who might do it for you on your feet, that would be a wonderful option as well. But truly, if you have no one to do a foot or you can't reach it yourself, don't worry. You know, you can do the hands and the ears, but do support your foot with one hand and then do maybe a little thumb roll with the other one again. You can also, and you can go this way or you can go diagonally. I'm going very fast. You just want to slow it down a little bit and sort of make sure you're breathing and really getting in there. You don't have to do it super hard. You just need to just really get into sort of the tissues there. Good. And then if you find a tender spot, you can just hold it like this. See how I'm doing that? I'm just holding it. And just hold it for as long as you want. You can even do like little circles with your thumb and just breathe at the same time. I've got my, I'm sort of relaxing with my elbows on the table here. And you can also work your finger. See, I've got my finger here. I could be doing, you know, some kind of a little finger. Yeah, so that's Stephanie. Good. So that's all different ways you can do that. Fingers, one finger, two fingers, thumb from different directions, holding, just holding and just being very quiet and relaxed and really tuning in, or doing little circles. So hopefully you can join in now if you can reach your foot. And so these are the uterine reflexes, the uterine reflex points that we're working on. And again, we're working this whole larger area around here so that we also get some of the supporting things as well. Okay, that's it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mita. That was helpful. Okay, next we're going to have Kathy, and she's going to be talking about the ears, and we're going to show you the ear reflex map next. There you go. That's showing you where the uterine reflex point is located in the ear, and Kathy is going to tell you all about it.
Thank you, Dina.
You're welcome.
Hi, everyone. First of all, we're just honored that you all took the time and effort to be here today. So it's really, really great to see you all. So first thing I'm going to show you is the uterus reflex on the ear. As you could see by the diagram, it is located in this triangular shaped valley that is up here at the top of the ear. And we're going to find it by going into that triangular valley and closer to the face. So it's right about there. I'm going to show you on my ear, and I invite you all to work along with me. So we're going to go into that triangular valley and go towards the face with your index finger, pad of your index finger, And the pad of your index finger is rather large, so you are covering the entire uterus reflex when you're using your index fingers. And you can do both ears at the same time. Again, find the triangular valley, go in towards the face with your index finger, the pad of your index finger, and just press in, not too hard, where it's comfortable. It's a good idea to have your elbows resting on something so you're taking any stress off of your neck and shoulders. And just hold this reflex area, and this is going to be good for menstrual cramps, fibroids. This is really great for uterine health in general. So again, it is one of the points that Bill Flocco pointed out that you probably want to avoid during your first trimester of pregnancy, which speaks to the power of reflexology. All right. When you're doing this on your own, you'll definitely hold it much longer. I have one more point on the ears to show you, and this is a really special point. It's a powerful master point, and you're going to find this down at the bottom of the ear in this groove right here, right here. I know you can see that. Let's see. Right there in this groove, and you're going to be taking your index finger. See, how is that going to go? You're going to be taking your index finger and finding that groove and then just sort of hooking into it. Very light pressure, very light pressure. Just kind of hooking and sort of hanging there in that groove. Very light pressure. So let's show you on my ear, and you can work along with me. So index finger, find that groove, go into it and sort of hook. Find it with your other one, find the groove, index finger, sort of hook very lightly. Again, rest your elbows and just lightly hang out with your index fingers in that groove. This is master endocrine, very powerful master point. And this is wonderful for any kind of hot flashes, night sweats, mood swings, just really great for hormonal balancing in general. It's also been reported by some that they get much deeper sleep after working this master point. So that's a big plus. So I hope you were able to follow along, and you can work these points for much longer, few times throughout the day if you think of it, and watch your symptoms ease.
Yeah.
All right.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Thanks, Tina.
That endocrine point is probably my most favorite point in the ears. It is just such an amazing point. I use it on myself, and it's always the point when I use it on my clients that you just see them go down. So they sink way down. So if nothing else, this point is a good one. All right. Thank you, Miss Kathy. Next up, are we feeling so much more relaxed now? I know I am. Next up, we have Lori. Lori is going to be sharing and demonstrating on our hands. And we're going to be showing you the chart for the hands. There they are. So take it away, Miss Lori.
Thank you, Tina. I'm going to demonstrate with my hand up, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to either put your hand down in your lap or on a pillow, And notice how, Stephanie, can I have a full view? Awesome, thank you. So you're going to want to go ahead and put it so that you're able to put your hand flat on your lap. And so the area that I'm going to be working on, the first one is the uterine reflex. And the way that you find it, or where I find it, is to actually go down the bone of the thumb. And then at the very bottom here, this is the uterine reflex. And then all around here also is accessory areas and muscles. So it's wonderful to just reflex this area. So if I was like watching this, I would be doing it this way, but I'm doing this way so you can see the demonstration. And it's really slow. And one of the things about this is that this is an area where there can be a lot of tension, because if you're working on the computers or working with your hands, there can be a lot of muscular tension here. And you just, as Mita had said, take it slow. And you can also rotate in areas. And I find it to be amazingly soothing. And also, the one thing that I do when I do a lot of hand reflexology is self-care, breathe. So I'm going like this, taking a breath in, really relaxing everything. And all around towards the wrist in this whole area. Okay? So that's the uterine reflex. The next one that I'm going to do is actually, this one is very helpful for hot flashes, headaches, and the area to go, the way to go to it is, it's like right up against the second finger here. And here is how, it's right down here. The best way actually to get a big grip is like right in the web here. It's right in the web. It's tip to tip. So you're going to want to go here, but what you're going to want to do is have your hand flat down if you're doing it on your own. But here I'm demonstrating it. So it's tip to tip. And this is such a wonderful point. I can't tell you how many times I use this, because I'm not doing it now, but I blush a lot, and I have headaches and hot flashes. When I did have hot flashes, this was the perfect a point to use, because it pulls the energy down. And I've used this when I was working in person places. I would have this point. I was using it all the time underneath the conference room tables to just get my body down, everything relaxed. It's amazing what it does. So for me, it's very powerful, and you can hold it for a long period of time. Because it pulls the energy down, it really is contraindicated for people who are pregnant or might think that they're pregnant. This is, like I said, this is like my go-to point. Anyway, so that's it for me, and I hope you learned something, and thank you so much.
It's good to see a lot of you working on yourself, following along, not only watching, but also working on yourself. That's the idea. And by the way, in this video, we had to go very quickly to cover a lot of information. What we encourage you to do is to, like I'm going to do with my voice now, is slow down. Spend a lot of time working on those reflexes as frequently as you reasonably can as well. Now, after you do reflexology, it's often suggested to drink extra fluids to help keep yourself hydrated. And coming back to the reflexes for a moment, remember the top priority is the one that you want to work on most. If you don't have time to do all three, be sure to do the first one if you can physically. We'd love for you to share this information, help us spread the information around. We are a 501c3 nonprofit and also non-vocational. So it's self-help work that we teach here. And one of the things that we could ask your help for, we already mentioned one, which is to share this with friends and neighbors, family members. But also, we would appreciate your donations. Why? Because although we all at the World Reflexology Foundation, we're all volunteers, it costs us money to get some of the projects done that we're working on. For example, we're translating a lot of the articles that are on the website. If you go to the website, worldreflexologyfoundation.org, you notice that there are a lot of articles there, and also they're being translated into other languages from around the world, a long-term project, and also the videos. And eventually we'll get to having all the videos with voiceovers from around the world as well. So all of these projects are ambitious. They do take quite a bit of money. So if you have the situation where you could donate, we would appreciate your helping us. Just be as generous as you can. But most importantly, it's not to help us with the projects as much as to help us get the projects out to the world, to help the world be, as we said at the beginning, to help the world be a healthier place through self-help reflexology. So bless you. Thank you so very much for being with us. And until the next time, we wish you very vibrant, good health.